Friday 2023 beauty deals. Hi, I'm Laura Ray, and right now I have half of my makeup done, only this side of the face, and these are all products that are on sale right now on Prime. And on this side I have nothing. I thought it would be super fun for us to just put on the makeup together and talk about some of the great deals that they have. Now, I want to mention that prices are always subject to change, so this is what I know to be true at the moment that I'm making this video. Let's start with what's on my face for foundation. I'm using the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. Now, this has an SPF of 50, which I love that. I still wear sunscreen, but this just gives me a little additional protection. This is actually 30% off, which is a great savings. I rarely see this on sale. I think every one I've ever bought, I've paid full price for. And it's normally $47, which is what I paid for this tube I'm using. It's going to be $32.90. So what a great deal. Now, what I like to do, people do different things to apply this. If you've never used it before, you can use a sponge, you can use a brush, but I find I really like to use my fingers and just go in and sort of press it into the skin. Now, what I love about this is it's great for my sensitive skin, for one thing. When I broke out in a rash about 2.5 years ago, maybe close to 3 years ago now, this was one of the only things I could use that I didn't have a reaction to. So this became a bestie of mine when I went through that. This goes on so easily. If you feel you're not so skilled at makeup, I hear that a lot. I have so many women write me and say, I just don't have the makeup skills I wish I had. You do not need great skills for this. This just goes beautifully into the skin, and you can layer it. If you want more coverage, if you find an area on your skin has more discoloration, you can just go back. But I usually find that one time over this is enough unless I have a breakout or some extra redness. I'm going to grab this brush. This is a new one to me. This is a Bdellium brush. It's the 788. It's cut a lot like this one, which I love, the Angie Hot and Flashy brush, but it's a little smaller. And it works great in my under eye. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go under the eye just to blend it a little bit better. I find that with my fingers, I still get some times where the makeup will get into creases. So I like to take a brush like this and go over it just so if there's too much product, it'll sort of remove it. And also it really presses it into the skin. So let's take a look. I also like to go around my lip lines with this brush. It's really good for that. So now we've got the IT CC cream, and again, this is going to be 30% off. What a great savings. I usually put concealer on first. I probably should have done that first, but I'm going to go in now with the Bye Bye Under Eye. This gives such full coverage. If you have dark circles, this will be your bestie. Now, this is going to be at a great price too, 30% off. Normally, this is $29. It's going to be $20.30. Now, the thing with this is I can't see anyone repurchasing this very often. Something like this, even if I didn't use all the other concealers that I try out for my channel, would last me at least a year. You literally need a tiny drop. This is one of the most concentrated concealers, and I'm sure those of you that have tried it can chime in on this, that I've ever tried. It's very pigmented. Now, what I like to do is warm it up on my hand, sort of spread it out. Don't leave it in that little ball, because really when you spread it and thin it out, you will get much better coverage. So I'm just going to tap in the inner corner like that, and the outer corner. And let's go ahead and take the Bdellium brush, and we're going to just go right under the eye, and you will see how much brighter. Now, I've already used it on this eye when I applied all the makeup before on this half. But look, and what I like about this, it blends into the CC cream beautifully. You don't see any kind of line. Now, if you go for a brighter shade, you might. So just take a brush like this and blend along that area where the concealer and the CC cream sort of meet, and then you will get just a flawless look. I'm in the shade 15.0. So this shade, I feel, is a little brightening, but not super white brightener. And it goes well with my skin tone. So if you're a light, medium skin tone, my tone is really warm to neutral. This shade works really great for me. Let's move on to brows. I've talked a lot about the NYX Micro Brow being a great dupe for this pencil. But it's great when these go on sale. Sometimes you want to splurge and maybe get a different shade. One thing I like about Anastasia Brow Wiz is they have a lot of different shades. So you might find a better match than in some other brands. But normally this is $25, which I feel is super pricey for a brow pencil. It's going to be on sale for $17.50, which is 30% off. So if you've always wanted to try it, now would be a good time. It has a spoolie on this end, and then you have a very sharp point, which is great for drawing in hair, which is what I like to do because the hair in my brows is very fine, just like the hair on my head is fine. Now you can see the difference between the brow I've done and the brow that is undone, but now we're going to even them out. I like to start in the middle and sort of, I draw a shape first to get the shape going. I want to bring the brow up a little bit. My bone sticks out because my eyes are deep set, so I do my brows maybe a little differently than if you didn't have deep set eyes, but I like to bring the pencil up a little bit, and I'm just sort of getting a little shape so I know where to start filling in. And then I just go down at an angle on the hair. So I used to go straight across, and I've been watching a lot of brow tutorials. And I found that going on an angle is what people will suggest that do brows for a living. So I've been doing that, and I like that. Sort of a new technique. And another thing that one of the brow experts recommended is in the front, if you have like a gap where you just have a space and there's very few hairs, you can even make a little circle with the pencil just to fill that in. And then one thing they said that I thought was so important is the blending. We think so much about blending the rest of our face, and then we come to the brows and do, at least this is what I've done before, a few swipes and we think we're done. So we really need to go through those hairs, blend the pencil out fully. I'm really liking the way this is looking. I'm going to go in this section. It looks a little hollow. Another thing was not putting too much pressure on the pencil. I've done that before where I've actually broken the lead. So what I've been hearing from the tutorials that I've watched is just use such a light hand where you're barely touching the skin. It's putting too much pressure that can make the brows look very fake. So I really like this. This pencil worked beautifully, and I think, you know, getting it on sale, if you've never tried it or if you happen to just really love it and it's your favorite pencil, then now would be a good time to grab it. I've got a little more brow on the other side, so I'm going to even them out a little bit. When I do my brows, I tend to go back and forth to try to get them to look as even as I can. Let's brush through those. All right, so here's our final look with the Anastasia Brow Wiz that is 30% off. Let's move on to eyes. I'm going to go ahead and put the shadow on very quickly. This palette is not on sale, but the Mally eyeshadow stick, which I love and is going to be what I use for the liner today. I'm using one of Mally's favorite shades. She talks about it a lot. It's called Chocolate Diamond. This is actually 48% off. It's going to be $13.06, so I'll grab some other shades. These are usually $25, so I like to wait for a sale, and that's such a great deal. But I thought I'd go ahead and use this Mally palette. It's Muted Muse, and it's under $20. And I've shown this before. I love it because it's got a contour, a highlighter, and 6 shadows. So what I did for this look that I did on my eye, on this eye, I went in with the bronzer to sort of sculpt the eye out. I like to do that a lot. And the brush I'm using right now is the Rephr one. It's a really soft brush. Then I went in with this shade, Inspire. And I have that on the lid. These shadows are so easy to work with. I think they're just great for mature eyes. You can see how easily I blended that. Then I went in with this lighter shade, Daydream, just to lighten the eye a little bit in the mobile area. And then in with the highlighter, Awakening. This just sort of added a little more luminosity. See how pretty that is? I'm going to even put a little bit in the other eye. Yes, now we're talking. Yeah, that really brightened the look up. Let's just blend a little bit better. These are so easy to blend. Out of all the shadows I own, Mally shadows are some that I find are about the easiest that I have to blend. I even went in and put a little of this Awaken in this part in the under eye. I think that's really pretty. Now let's go in with that Mally stick. I'm using it as an eyeliner. I do this all the time because I find it's easier than a pointed liner. You can just lay right on the lash line and just run it across. It's that easy. Now she calls it Chocolate Diamond because it's very chocolatey and it has like these little sparkles in it. So it's not glittery, but it catches the light. So I also took it into the under eye on the outer third and then sort of join it right here at the edge. I like to take a flat brush. I just had this as a Sigma eye cream brush and just smudge it. You could use any flat brush that you have. I feel like a flat brush works best for smudging, and just go like that. And that gives you a little more of a softer look, not hard. That's why I like these shadows. They're great for mature eyes to get a softer eyeliner look, not very harsh. They're really very simple to work with. You could put this shade, you know, it's darker, so it would look great in the outer corners too. But I just want a little brighter look, so I'm not going to go so dark with it. And I feel like that is dark enough. And I really love how it turned out. Let's take a look. Again, those are 48% off. I've never been disappointed by one of her crayons. Now I'm going to put on some blush. There wasn't any blush I was highlighting today on sale. Today I'm going to put on some Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy. I feel so happy that you're here with me. I appreciate you all so much. I've really been looking forward to making this video because I love saving money, especially if it's something I'm going to buy anyway. And I use Prime all the time. Of course, having a channel, I need to get things quickly so I can review them. So the quick shipping is one of the main things. But my husband and I watch a lot of the movies, the TV shows. So we definitely get way more than our money's worth from our Prime membership. I'd like to know in the comments if you use something besides the delivery, the movies, and the music, because I know Prime offers more. There may be some things I don't know about, so tell me in the comments. Really pretty. Now let's move on to a great deal on this contour stick, which I didn't put on this side. It's the Wonder Stick from NYX. The NYX Wonder Stick that I love for contour is going to be on sale for $11.90, and that's 15% off. Now I have the one that is light medium. It comes in different shades. I didn't use contour on this side, so I will go ahead and add some. Now, one tip that I would give you for applying contour as a mature woman, put it up higher. You see so many younger people put it in the hollows of their cheeks, and that's just going to drag down your face. So I like to put it actually on the cheekbone or a little above. And this blends out very nicely. Super affordable. Now, some people do not like contouring the cheeks. So if that's not your jam, you could do it for the jawline too. So lots of people like that for just getting a more sculpted look along the jaw. Adding some color too, adding some bronzer to the area. Now, contour is supposed to be more gray, where a bronzer is more for adding color. This one here does definitely have a grayness to it. So this is one of the affordable ones from the drugstore that actually has the tone you're supposed to have for a contour. And I'm just gently rubbing this in. Now I have a very high forehead, so I do like to put some up here. Not so much in here because I'm already very narrow in the face. So I know a lot of people that might have more of a wider jawline will want contour in this area, but I find that the forehead is the main area where it helps me to have a little bit of contour. And I will usually put maybe a little bronzer up there just to give a little more warmth and color to my skin. And I don't do this every day. Some days I just put on very little makeup, but I'm showing you everything all done. Let's blend this better. Now, another tool I love for blending this is my Stansout sponge. And so I'm going to grab that. That makes it really easy to blend. The great thing about this stick is it also has a highlighter on the other side. And this is sort of a, I would say it looks like a rose champagne-y gold kind of look to it. I'll put a little of that on too so you can see it on my cheeks. But this is such an affordable product, and I've bought more than one of these in the time that this product has been out. Since the NYX Wonder Stick came out, I've had 2 or 3 of them. I know my mother uses it and she liked it too. Now you could contour your nose if you wanted to. I'll do a little nose contour, and I'm going to take that Bdellium brush to blend. I have a friend that contours her nose every day and loves to, and it looks great. So I don't usually contour my nose much. I probably should, but sometimes I will if I just want to play with my makeup and just have fun. I try some things I might not do every day just to shake it up a little bit. And again, you could always go back with the sponge and just add a little extra blending. So there's the NYX contour stick, and again, that's going to be 15% off. We're going to finish off the look, but I do have some skincare to share with you, so don't go away. But they are having a special on the most popular lip gloss about on the planet. When I've researched, this is one of the top selling glosses, the NYX Butter Gloss. No surprise, most of them are under $5. Well, Amazon's running a sale. You get a pack of 3. They're normally $15. It's for $12.75. So that's a 15% off, and it's already at a super low price. But the shade I'm wearing today is Strawberry Cheesecake, and I think it's such a beautiful pink. What I love about these glosses is they're not sticky. I think that's why a lot of people love them. They come in such a variety of colors. So if you didn't like this 3-pack, I'm sure you would find something if you're interested in using the gloss that you would love. But let's take a look at Strawberry Cheesecake. I'm in love. This looks great with so many things I have. It's perfect for spring. Now we're into summer. Let's talk now about nail care. Essie is a brand I've purchased so much from over the years. This is their Hard to Resist. This is a base coat you can put on your nails. You can put it on alone. You see it has a little tinge of color to it. The color doesn't look super strong on the nails, so it looks a little when you put it on like you've had French nails. But I love this for keeping my nails hard. I don't always like wearing color. Maybe I know I'm going to be doing a lot with my hands and I don't want my nails to look chipped, so I will just put this on. I've had a couple of bottles of this and it's really great. Now Essie is going to be 18% off, so normally it's $11. You would be getting it for $8.98. That's a steal. I really love having strong nails that look healthy, so I really enjoy the Essie polish. I almost forgot to pop on mascara on my eyes, so let's go in with my favorite, the Maybelline Sky High. I'm going to use the primer first. I love how flexible this wand is. I can really get into the lashes. There have been days I put on the primer and I forgot to put on mascara. And let's go ahead and put some primer on the lower lashes. I didn't put it on this side, so I'm going to add some. And then we'll go in with the Sky High mascara. I love this combination. It's the best my lashes have ever looked. And some of you wrote me back and told me the same thing. You said your lashes have never looked this good and you love the combination. One of my subscribers said, Laura, my tiny lashes have never looked this great. So that always makes me feel good. Thank you for telling me those things. It can be sort of lonely here doing YouTube in a room by yourself. And when I hear these comments, it just brings me such joy. So I'm going to add a little more to this eye now and even them out. My lashes aren't exactly even on both sides. So I really enjoy this mascara. And now what I want to do is move on to some skincare. There is some amazing skincare on sale right now on Amazon for the Prime Day. And one is the Elemis, the Pro Collagen the Cleansing Balm. I've talked about this before. Painted by Spencer did a whole YouTube short on it. He talked about how he uses it on his mature clients. I bought the smaller size that was $17 because this is super pricey. It's normally $68 for the cleansing balm. Well, it's on sale for $51. That's 25% off. This really does clean everything up. Now, what Painted by Spencer, what he does is he leaves it on their face for maybe 10 minutes, wipes it off, washes it, and it helps to remove little dry patches of skin. So he feels like it gives a really smooth canvas to apply makeup. So if you've been interested in trying it or you already love it, that's a great deal. Now this Snail Mucin I've talked a lot about from COSRX, it's going to be on sale for 33% off. So normally it's $25. It'll be $16.77. This has a tacky texture to it, but to me, I really love it and it doesn't bother me. And you can see that when I do this, you see the little strings, but it's so hydrating. I feel like most days, if I use this, I don't need any kind of moisturizer. I don't like heavy moisturizer on my skin. I like everything to be very light, and this is like that. And it just feels so great on the skin. I love it. I've used a couple of bottles of this. I bought it a long time ago, then bought a small size and got back hooked on it, and I'm using it again, but it's a great deal now. Now, an essence that I love so much is the Missha. Their essence is normally $54. I know I didn't pay that for this, so I really feel like it's gone up in price in recent times. Well, it's going to be $20. What a savings. The biggest savings of the day here, 63% off. I don't think I've ever seen that. Now the texture, this is very different from the COSRX. This is like water. And you can see as it's running down my hand, it just sinks into the skin beautifully. I will take it, put it on the tips of my fingers, and then just press into the skin like this. And it's just amazing. It's one of the first essences that I tried. I got hooked on the concept right away because it is so thin. I could wear it under makeup and it wouldn't affect it any. So I really was excited to have a product like this, especially during the day for wearing under makeup. But this is a winner in my eyes, and at 63% off, that's pretty incredible. Now, I recently bought a lip product from Revision. It's their Youthful Lip Replenisher. I was looking for something to make my lips look a little fuller, a little smoother. I had heard several skincare experts recommending it. Now, it's got a tube like our traditional 1970s lip gloss, like on a slant like this, but the product is really unique. It comes out a lot like what I just showed you with the Snail essence, where it's very tacky. You see the tackiness to it, but they say in the directions to massage it into the lips like that. Now, it does have a peppermint feel, so if you don't like peppermint, then stay away from this because it will feel like that on your lips. But they recommend wearing it 3 times a day. You can wear it over lipstick. It'll give your lipstick a really beautiful shine. Let's try it out now. I'll put some on my lips right now. And I'm already pretty shiny from the NYX lip gloss. This to me has a lot of the feel like the MAC lip gloss, but this has different skincare ingredients to hydrate the lips. And of course, I think the whole mint thing is to give you the feel of a plumper lip. But I really like it. I'll be talking about it more in the future because I've just had it maybe a month or so, maybe 2 months. But I really am enjoying it. And right now it is 15% off. Normally it's $40, which is what I paid for it. Now it's going to be $34. So if you've been hearing about it like me and you're curious and you've been wanting to try it, now would be a great time. A couple of other things I wanted to mention. The Laura Geller that I talked so much about, that's also on sale for 20% off. This is the Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation. I like to wear this over sunscreen. It looks beautiful for that. I'll put some now over the IT Cosmetics. I love how this just sort of perfects my skin, smooths things out, especially in this area. The nose, my nose tends to get red from allergies or rubbing it like I shouldn't do. And I can go over with this powder and it just smooths that out and just gives a beautiful look. So again, it's 20% off. It's normally $33, on sale for $26.44. I know many of you have told me you love this too and love her brush. The brush really makes it go on beautifully on the skin. Now, one last product I want to mention is for hair, the Olaplex 3. I've talked about this a lot. This is a product I've used for maybe 4 years now. And it's great because originally when Olaplex came out, you could only get it done on your hair at a salon. Then they came out with a home version that you could use even if you weren't a hair professional. And that's the one I use now because it's much more cost efficient that way. So Olaplex is normally $30 now for the full size. It's on sale 20% off, which brings it down to $24. But this helps to keep my hair smooth, less frizz, more shine. So it builds the bond of the hair, makes my hair stronger. So I just really love Olaplex. I've used the shampoo and conditioner before. I got away from that. But the one thing I have kept steady is the number 3 and also the bonding oil. That's something I have in my collection that I will use, but they're both great products. But the Olaplex number 3 is the superstar, in my opinion, of the bunch. All of the links for these products are in the description of the video. If you just hit the more, it'll take you right over to Amazon. I want to let you know that I do receive a small commission when you make a purchase, and I really appreciate that because you are the sponsors of my channel. That's how I keep my channel going. If you weren't purchasing from those links, I'd have to close my channel. So I really appreciate that so many of you each week click on those links and purchase. I can't say enough how much it means, and that allows me to try more things that I can share with all of you. So I hope you have fun shopping. I know I will. I'll be picking up some of these things I'm running out on, and I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week. I love you all so much, and I'll see you soon.